Charlie D'Agata is with me by the phone from Baghdad. Charlie, you're not far from the green zone. Overnight blast walls and police have been deployed to seal it off. What is behind the rising tensions?
Well, Vlad, even as I'm speaking to you, first of all, that's the call to prayer. Is that too loud? Is that too distracting? I can get away from it. But
no, it's fine,
as
Charlie.
I'm looking, okay, good. So I'm looking across the bridges that are leading to the green zone, and I can describe these blast walls that were put in. I mean, we watched them go in overnight, and about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock this morning, they were finished with the job. These are these 14-foot blast walls that go across all of the bridges within sight. And even in front of me, there are probably 8 or 10 Humvees, armored personnel carriers, and even tanks on the bridges. There is a no-roll rule in effect here. All of the roads have been shut down all around the green zone. And this was because of the storming of the green zone that you mentioned earlier. The threat was that they were going to do it again if their demands weren't made. And this is essentially to upturn the government. What they're complaining about is widespread, rampant corruption and complaints that this government has been unable to defeat ISIS, where ISIS is continuing to operate very close to Baghdad, by the way, in Fallujah, and continuing to attack inside the capital. So 2 words, really: corruption and security, and they're not addressing those issues. And this has been growing for months. It started with a sit-in in Tahrir Square. It moved outside the green zone, and then last week it erupted on Saturday. They say they will do it again. I guess the question is, what's going to happen after these security forces leave, and what happens after these blast walls come down? Because these are major thoroughfares. They can't keep this place in lockdown like this.
Charlie, explain to our viewers who the cleric Muqtada al-Sadr is and what role he plays in all of this.
Yeah, he has been the key figure in this. Muqtada al-Sadr, Americans may remember, this is the firebrand Shiite cleric that ran the Mehdi army and caused so much trouble for U.S. forces here in an uprising in 2004 and again in 2008, and fought street battles, particularly in Sadr City. And he has mobilized, reaching out not only to the Shiite followers, or he's trying to say that he's reaching out to the common man. And we spoke to one of his deputies today, and he says, well, Muqtada al-Sadr didn't order people to go into the green zone. That seems to be the prevailing thought, whether they want to publicly admit that or not. But they were certainly working under the instruction of Muqtada al-Sadr, who in February said, if this government doesn't change, we will be at the gates of the green zone and we will go in. So the threat was already there. And importantly, and this is very clear, gives you a level of his control here, he instructed the people that were occupying the green zone to leave, and leave in an orderly fashion. And literally thousands of people who had never been inside that green zone before, this huge fortress in the center of Baghdad, they all left abruptly on his orders. So it gives you the idea of that control. And again, the question is, when is he going to pull the trigger again? He's not happy with the reforms that the government has made so far.
All right, Charlie D'Agata reporting for us in Baghdad. Charlie, stay safe. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Vlad.